That was in January. We also talked about the lumber prices that are going to explode, the food prices that were going to explode, and that nothing was going to happen with silver, and maybe it could get to the 30 level, and that was exactly what happened. So we made a live update explaining that we have to keep a very cold mind and watch the international silver price staying quiet, because if you check now what we said in the past, we also sent an alert. If you check in the past, we warned that the price of gold was going to get hammered also. In all the video updates, we also warned a warning alert here. If you can check the warning alert we sent in November 1, 2010, and you will see that that was exactly what happened with the price of gold. And if you are a silver holder, you should be very careful with the price, and the price action in gold is very clearly. It was completely going down from August to now, and now they're testing key supports that will make gold crash $100 down. It could crash and drag silver. So I don't understand why all those silverbacks, PERMABULLS guys are now gathering saying, hey, I have this big silver bar, let's hold this silver bar. You have to analyze the facts. The fact is that silver was a terrible investment because everything was flying away with all the stimulus created by the COVID crisis. And now we are going to see if this price is going to hold or not. The price of silver is fighting levels from 10 years ago. This is a true reality. 10 years ago, and we still can destroy the 30 level. It was a price that was in 2011. So he want to see a market being cornered, and I repeat, I'm not being paid by a silver miner or a bullion dealer that will be on my channel saying something or conditioning my opinions. I am going to talk about the charts, and you can cry all you want, and the people can cry that I'm talking about the paper silver. But if you want to see a real price cornering, we said here in a live transmission that 30 was the top before the Wall Street bets guys attacked the price of silver. That was at the beginning. Sorry, I'm confusing the week. It was at the end of January, and they attacked. It was a Sunday, I remember, and they attacked the price of silver. And we said live that it could go as far as the 30 level, and that was the high of the week. That was the high of the week. It was this day, this Sunday here, and we saw we said here never catch a silver fever, and the people was talking here silver to 100, silver to 1000. All the silver fanatics. You don't make money if you will behave like a fanatic. So we said that silver was going to this level tops, and after that we could see what happened, but that didn't happen. So now we are fighting this area, moving sideways. So the price of silver is going to open in 5 minutes, and I had terrible technical issues with my ISP. This was this week, so I apologize, and I will stream on HD, high quality, high definition soon. And I'm preparing also a video about how to invest in gold online 2021 that will be every Friday. The Algomoneyfest Precious Metal series every Friday. I'm sending lots of videos, one video per Friday. So I will teach different areas. First, precious metals, personal finance, and I will tell you the news. The real news is that too much stimulus, people gambling with money, and inflation signals are real in the US bond yields market. And also you have commercial real estate debt being imploded, and 90% of the New York restaurants can pay the rent. So we really have all the information is giving us the idea that the US dollar will be in trouble. The US dollar cannot afford a new Ebola or a new COVID-21 viruses or nothing like that, because the amount of liquidity we saw with the Reddit guys, with the tiny guys and the hedge funds gambling. Everybody's gambling now. We have stock valuations which are record high. We have silver going back to the highest level possible, which was the 30 level, and it failed to crash. And we saw, with all the recovery and the vaccines or whatever is happening with the price of gold, I see the charts that this stopped for weeks and it went down, and it may crash before a new upside leg, because we are saying yes, we are going to see higher prices in silver, but not now. And those who are now gathering, being financed by bullion dealers, will claim and will tell you that the price of silver is going to explode and there is no silver. The true story is that there is a hot market for all the retail products, because we are talking about the risk of the cancellation of paper money. That is what is being talked in the circles, that is being discussed, and that is the real reason why we are seeing a trend there, and that is what is really happening. We have no real silver shortage, because in the middle of the silver shortage we saw Eric Sprott adding tons of silver. How is that possible? If there is silver or there is no silver shortage? And all those silver YouTubers saying that there is a silver shortage, and then bang, you have a tweet by Eric Sprott saying, hey, look how I'm adding lots of tons, and the people try to save the face and say, no, that silver is from the SLB ETF, and they try to find excuses. The real issue is that people is buying coins because they fear of paper cancellation in the future, because the future is nasty. The system is nasty, and all the craziness in the crypto market is the money that should go to metals, and it went to crypto. And all the people in GARA, the Gold Antitrust Action Committee, I talked with Chris Powell a lot about they hate cryptos, they don't understand that. And I respect him because he was my mentor, and maybe he will be here. But I'm not going to be gentle, I'm going to be the devil's advocate. And Chris Powell has been a teacher for me, but I'm not a silver PERMABULL. I am not a silver PERMABULL, and I will tell you silver to the moon and all this stupid stuff. If it's going to go down, as I say in November for gold, and it crashed, you can say that. I said it's going down, gold is going down, and it happened. And I said at the beginning of the month, don't get a silver rush, we may get 30 and that's it, and we got the 30. And I said also, we may get crypto is heading to 50k big fishes. You check my channel, I publish a lot of that in the channel, and now we are opening the silver in 1 minute. Now the silver price is opening now, right now it's opening, and I'm going to check what is going to happen in 18 seconds. We are about to go live in the silver market price right now, and I using MT4 because I could develop some robots that teach me how to use and how to trade and my mistakes, so I respect it. And now we have a great opening with a tiny gap, 27.39 cents, a nice gap, very tiny, but this means a bit of pressure in the opening, nothing out of context, nothing extraordinary. And now we saw the opening. Now silver is trading for 10 cents up a gap. Sorry, I'm drinking mate if you don't know what mate is. And as I was saying, this is the price. You will see that I will tell you how I saw the 57k secret. The secret is here, and I'm checking the silver price is stable now, and Bitcoin and gold is 1782. Things are a bit stable, and crude oil is 59 US dollars. So things are normal. I don't see something big for now. And I will tell you how I saw 50k at the beginning of the month. This is my analysis, and I was watching all the action with this level and with this level, which is 41, and I calculated, thanks to Fibonacci extensions, that the price of Bitcoin was going to this level, and it happened. And I saw it, and I published that. And the price of Bitcoin should stabilize around 57.61, that area. Otherwise, we are going to enter a very crazy area, and we may get 80k for Bitcoin. But going back to silver, we said silver was going to 30 tops. We said it right here, and that was the high. That was the high of the month. So far, we are fighting. And if you see the price of silver, this you should be scared. You should be scared if you are holding silver and you see this action in gold. So I really don't understand all the craziness with all those silver YouTubers who are showing you the big bars, the big silver bars, and the big ads by their silver bullion dealers and then discount codes, and then you grab a piece and a big bar of silver for 10 years, wishing that you could see a 30 level resistance being destroyed, and hoping for that. But the truth is, check the price of gold. The gold and silver always follow gold. Always follow gold, and maybe, just maybe, we could get a silver cornering, and this opening is extremely positive now. Extremely positive with buy, but the people is a bit fanatic. We have to keep a gold mine here. I have to see that this open is absolutely very strong for silver. We are now 57.50 cents, and this is very strong opening for silver market, very strong. Usually we don't see this price action at this moment of the market, so there is buying. There are some purchases now in the Asia station. I can say that. But if you check the price of gold, if you're really going to see the price something really big, you say that they sold gold in the opening, and now they are purchasing gold. And now the story is that with all this crash in the price of gold, there is a lot of interest in India. They are buying a lot of. This is true. There is the real people buying here. So you see this level. If gold fails this level and pass this level down, gold is risking for a total crash. But I don't believe so. I believe that gold is will be very active here, and will be defended here by all the holders. I believe that it's going to be defended, this area. I may be wrong, but this area is going to be key. The 1780 area will be defended very heavily by the gold holders, and the silver holders will still. I believe silver is going to have its comeback, because this administration it won't solve an inch of the federal debt that is vertical now in the United States, and that is one of the things that happen in Argentina. And when the federal debt goes vertical, time is running out. You know that time is running out, and reflationary pressures are out there, and with COVID, deflationary fears are going down with vaccines, or maybe the change in whatever you want to believe that what happened with this virus or not virus. the thing is that the COVID crisis, new cases went down 60%, 70% in my country with no real explanation in a few weeks. And these weeks came after the Biden administration inauguration. So you go figure what I'm trying to say now. I'm trying to say that Biden gives good luck, or maybe something we don't know that change the statistics in the COVID numbers, and maybe with vaccine, whatever you want to believe. We saw a crash in the COVID crisis, and the people gathering what is called in the markets a risk on humor, and we get all the action, but with all the money in the markets, they have to save the face, because you have all the silver bullion dealers, the silver miners claiming, oh, silver is going to explode. When everything else exploded, real estate asset prices, high-tech prices, crypto assets, and the thing that is not passing prices from 10 years ago is silver. So I don't know how they still save their face to their audiences in YouTube, because we have an explosion in multiple asset classes. We have a boom in real estate prices in the United States, even in the states that are failing from a fiscal point of view. We have a boom in the real estate prices. We have a massive boom in altcoins, shitcoins, all kind of cryptos. We have a boom in high tech. We have a boom in the Nasdaq stock, but now all the things in the Nasdaq are quite stuck. And we have a boom in lots of commodities. I want to show you the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq keep going up. And what happened here? We have the Federal Reserve printing money like crazy, sending stimulus, and boom, we fly, and we keep flying in the Nasdaq. And all the high tech, the crypto people is the same. We have companies like MicroStrategy saying, hey, I put my money in Bitcoin. Hey, I put all my money in Bitcoin. We see a pathetic movement by a guy who I respected a lot, who is David Morgan, asking for Elon Musk, please put some money in silver. Please put some money in silver. And Max Kaiser, guy I love, who was the real organizer of the crash JP Morgan bull silver, is a 100% crypto. This is a honest guy, and he's in the money. He's the real guy here. To listen, if you want to know how to listen to a guy who knows about silver and about crypto, is Max Kaiser. As Max Kaiser is destroying the silver guru David Morgan, because it's time to destroy all the silver PERMABULL guys. It's time to destroy all of them and crush them forever. And now we are going to crush them. They are all gathering now, all those guys backed by the silver bullion dealers, who will sell you all the time, 100% of the time, buy the super. Even when the gold is going down, they will try to sell you and promise you the moon. So let's keep checking the price of silver. So I will be honest, and this is the reason why I opened this channel, because I am a truth seeker, and I want to know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And we have a price action which is strong. It's really strong for this time of the year. And from this time of the session, it's strong, but nothing out of context. Would you want to see how a silver cornering action is happening? Let me take you back in time. So we are going back to 2011, and we are going to see how was a real silver cornering. How was a real silver rush? You want to see how it was? Was a real silver shortage market that took down a big bang. That was 2011. Check every white bar here. Every white bar here is a bullish one. It was going down. That we are here in 2011. Check what happened. every single week is going up to new levels never seen before. This was 2011, was a real action, and it was heavily fought in this 48, 49 area. So remember this chart now. This was Max Kaiser, who is now raping all the silver permabull guys and making fun of them. One of them is Peter Schiff. He makes fun of him every single day for being permabull. You have to tell the truth. If the price is going up, it's going up. If the chart is saying it's going down, it's going down. This channel is not supported by not a silver bullion dealer, nor a mining company. I won't take money to tell you grab some shiny bars forever. If the price is going down, I will say the truth. Like I said in November for gold, like I said the crypto, Bitcoin was going to 57k at the beginning of the month, that I said that the price of silver was going to 30 tops, and that was the high of the month. And that is what we are going to say. The real truth, and no promise, empty promises of nothing. So now you saw the real cornering of the silver market in 2011. So let's go back to this area, this moment, and let's go back to the area here, and now we are back to 2021. And this area here, I'm going to zoom a bit more for you. This area here, this area is where all the silver short squeeze campaign in Reddit happened. So I'm going to switch now to a daily moment. You see that the price of action moved basically sideways for days and being heavily resisted and even crashed, and it took the price as low as 26. So it moved sideways. If it moves sideways, you can say all you want that the paper money and blah blah blah, but this price action is really not as bullish as it should be. So you see, it's like they are holding the price up. It really looks like if they are holding the price up. So you go and check a weekly chart, we may be seeing a double top here. We may be seeing double top formation here. Most likely we're going to see a high here around here, and maybe a correction, and then we're going to get new highs in silver. Yes, that is most possible, but the price action is not showing up. So I don't see a real and fantastic silver run or silver to 100. I see normal price action in the charts, and whatever they want to claim, if they promise you the moon, go back to the charts and see for yourself the price action. The price action is clearly not really showing up, and you may say, well, but there is a disconnection between the paper price and the premiums that are in the real market. Okay, I'm interested in that theory, and I made a live research about it. So let's go back to all the facts, and we're going to study the price of silver in euro. If you check bullion vault, go back to bullion vault, and let's say how the price is. Let's go to Europe, and let's see the light order board now. Okay, I'm buying silver for 27.34. Oh, amazing. And they will send me for 27.57. And if I hit here, I am going to buy kilos or ounce for the same price in Europe, and I can take delivery because this is all LVMA bars. So there is a real shortage of coins, or the written coins, but there is no shortage in the big bars. Europe is not showing me that. If I checked I made a live research about that, and there is no real big silver shortage. I see the market is hot in the coin market. That's real. That's real. Now silver is going back again. Sorry. This is the typical opening of the silver market when there is price action and you get hit with all the orders, the buy orders, and then it goes back down. You will see that you get all the pressure and then go back, and we have to close the gap or at least test the 50% of that gap. This is typical price action, and this is like saying, hey, silver is saying here, hey, a little demand, but we could handle that in 50 minutes, only 50 minutes, guys. So as I was saying, I will tell you the truth. I will see the charts, and one of the blessings I got, it was I converted myself into an algo trading programmer, because I cut all the BS and I found out my mistakes trading the charts and the truth. I discovered the right minute to trade gold, and I discovered a lot of things that taught me the truth shall set you free in the charts, and that's it. The truth shall set you free. So now we are seeing that the price of silver is going nowhere, and maybe closing the gap here and going back to the prices on last Friday. So we saw lots of price action, but this is really contained for now. Nothing's going to happen. It looks now like a quiet session, and I want to be honest with you. I believe that I see the future as the past of my country, because what Europe and the United States is doing with their countries and with their budgets, it is an experiment that has already been done multiple times in my country, Argentina. So I believe I can see the future, and I believe we can see the future if we check the economic history books. And it's going to be nasty. And the solution that is being designed or being discussed now is sending all the money to central bank digital currencies. And this is an idea that is being developed now, and I'm very worried about that, because it will change the world, and it's being discussed right now. If you want to check how to buy gold online, I'm going to make a video next Friday with the Algomoneyfest Precious Metal series every Friday, and I'm going to teach you what I learned after 10 years of trading gold, silver in the United States, physical, paper trading, algo trading. I traded every gold and silver instrument in the book: silver options, ETFs, forex, algo trading, physical, and I get my silver coins. What I'm going to say you is very important. I am not bearish. I am not bear in silver. I believe silver is not showing the price action that everything is going to explode. I believe that silver is showing a pathetic movement after everything exploded. Everything: real estate, crypto, high-tech stocks, and silver is still fighting a price level from 10 years ago. This should speak badly from all those silver promoters and those who work for the silver bullion dealers. Shame on them, because they should be honest and say, hey, the price of gold is going down, like we said, and it went down. And you have to tell the honest. You have to be honest with that. And the price of silver after a retest of this area is forming a very, very special long-term chart. Very, very special long-term chart. And this chart is saying that if we go down and it keeps going down and destroy the 30 level, it will explode. It will explode at least, let me say, to this area again. Yes, so this area is very important, the 30 level, but the market is under control now. The market is under control, and we are seeing that there is real control, if you want, by the gold cartel or the big guys or the whales, but it's total control. We have all these days. If you check all the information, the markets are extremely hot, and the people started to see that we are watching a very hot market full of liquidity, and this is the issue, because all the people is rushing in a risk on hype. So, but the price of silver is stuck in the same levels like in June. So we don't really see that something is brewing here. Maybe a gold correction, but the real guide for me for silver is gold. And gold is saying me, hey, I'm going down. As silver went down from 30 to 26 level, gold is saying, well, let's check the supports and see if we can go back and we could crash again. So if we see the level price here, this is a very key area here. The price of gold is, for me, the real guide to understand where the price of silver is going to be. And we have here this level, and if you see here all the price action, we are completely in a waiting zone here. So what I believe is that the precious metals are going to give us a correction, and then maybe it's time for restacking again. All this stack, maybe it's time for restacking at lower prices. Maybe March, maybe April, but for now things should be neutral here, from a neutral basis, especially in silver, where there's too much risk of a double top formation here. So that's it. I believe that we covered a lot of stuff. This was a live transmission, and I'm going to explain that this area and this formation is clearly not explaining a silver short squeeze at all. So we have to be very neutral here. I'm neutral here. Price of gold is going to explain me what will happen next for gold. So if the price of gold goes below this area, then we are going to see a complete destruction, and the price of silver going back to 25, maybe 25, yes, maybe 25 area, most likely 24. But we have to wait to see the price action in the price. We had the 50% correction in the gap, as I warned here. You see the price correction, the 50% gap, almost the 50% correction of the gap. Amazing. And then going up again. This is very classic. You saw the 50% correction, almost the 50% correction of the gap I mentioned at the beginning of this transmission. I told you that we are going to see maybe a 50% and then goes up, and maybe it could go for the 100%, and again and completely close it. But it's a very typical that around the 50% you see that retest. So now we are going to study what's coming for the price of Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin It's very hot. I don't believe that it's a very safe area to invest in with these market conditions. But if Bitcoin is not going down soon, it will explode to 80k. And this area, for me, it's uncharted waters. For me, completely uncharted waters. So I'm closing my mouth from now, because my level, which was 57k, was completely this weekend. So I go completely silent now, and I won't mention crypto because I really don't know what's going to happen. My guess is that we are going to see a temporary high, and if we don't see a temporary high, a crazy mania phase will happen. So that's my two most likely scenarios: a temporary high and a correction between 15% 20%, or a crazy mania season carrying and taking the price of Bitcoin up to 80k. That's my 60% scenarios, and 1/3 of that I have no clue what's going to happen. So I go silent from now with this prediction for Bitcoin. I'm not saying this is my honest opinion, what I see from the charts. I'm not advising to buy or sell cryptos. Just what the charts are telling me from a technical analysis opinion. That's all. And we are going to see that the price of action in the Nasdaq, it keeps going up, and with no real signals of stop. This is no real signal of being stopped. And I am amazed because valuations are extremely high, but there are no real signals. This is not a negative, a bias or bearish chart. So it really makes me nervous to talk about the Nasdaq, because I don't understand the valuations. They're extremely high. There is no end in sight for the Nasdaq for now. So we must, maybe this is saying that yes, we are going to see even higher Bitcoin prices, but I really don't know, because we have a lot of tech companies entering the crypto market. Yes, maybe the Nasdaq is planning that we are going to see even higher prices for cryptos, maybe that. And I'm going to mention that one of the most famous Elliott Waves analysts in Argentina, the most famous one, is claiming that Bitcoin is going to 300k in 2 years. And I have him on my phone, and I asked him the question, and I asked him, is the Federal Reserve behind Bitcoin? And he never replied. And I asked him, because I had his phone, my main concerns is that if Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies are just the beta test for the central bank digital currencies. And I asked him if he believes because he is a top executive of one of the big wallets. And I asked him if the central bank digital currencies are going to destroy the crypto market, and he was categorically, and he said no. And I'm going to tell you the truth. This is the truth, and I am revealing that now to all the people who is joining us in our channel. We know we are not backed by no advertising, so we will tell you the truth. And if I made an interview to a World Bank whistleblower lawyer years ago, and he gave me all the proof that gold was abundant, and we have like 100 years supply in secret vaults. You check that video I was one of the only Latin American media who interviewed the World Bank whistleblower, and I will always tell the truth. And I asked her for evidence for that 100-year supply of gold, and she showed me all the records from all this Nisara gold or the Yamashita gold, the gold captured by the Nazis and sent to the Bank of International Settlements and all you could possibly imagine, but I'm not able to process that evidence, so that was in my mind, like a fairy tale story I have in my record. You can see, I can read all of that in this channel. Find that video from the backstage I made to Karen Hughes at the interview. And now the price of silver is not saying anything, like it's 27, not 30, and you can get all the silver you want for a tiny premium in Europe. That's a real story. We don't see nothing here. Maybe a bit of interest. Normally the price action of silver and gold recovers with the London session, and we see the big purchases are on the London session, and then silver gets very active with London session plus the New York session. That's when the real action comes. And from now I don't see real action from. I really enjoy seeing a bit of purchases in the opening of the Asian session. That was good. That means that the price of silver will hold the 27k, because we saw real good price action at the opening. So my guess is that this nice silver will hold the 27 level with no real problems. But if you go back and check what the brother is doing, because the brother, you have to check the action of the brothers. Sometimes silver is up in the road, and maybe gold is down the road. So you have to check the price of gold, and if you check the price of gold here, you saw a big movement, and now we are watching here, we have a big movement here, and now we are back to the same level. So there is no real news here for the gold and silver. It's just a tiny price action. So the news was that the premium silver rates, the leasing rates, were going up again, and that is true, but they are making sensationalistic videos claiming that there is a big rush and it's crazy. If you check, the silver lease rates are back to normal. We have very negative silver rates, leasing rates, and they are creating also very sensationalistic videos claiming that there is a big rush in the silver market. Yes, they are controlling the demand, but it's usual, and the price action is saying that yes, maybe they are suppressing, and I'm not claiming that there is no gold cartel. The people in Ghana proved that a long time ago, that with too many evidence that something is going on in the gold market, something strange, with lots of evidence. What I'm saying is that I don't see that they are cornering the silver market or that the gold cartel is in trouble. I don't see that, because if they are in trouble, the price action should be completely different, like now. So we have checked the price opening, and nothing relevant is going on. Just a bit of pressure, but it was contained in 10-15 minutes. That's all. So I hope you enjoy this live streaming. I apologize for the technical issues. If you want to use the chat and ask me everything, please do it now. And we are going to show you all the information in the Algomoneyfest Precious Metal series every Friday night, 8 p.m. New York, sending or live streams or maybe videos well edited, so you could travel with me with all the story about Algomoneyfest, precious metals, trading, investment, and all the pitfalls, with no strings attached from advertisers who will ask you to buy every single time, even with the potential of a complete meltdown in the gold market, which I don't think so, but it could happen a bigger correction. This is the risk. I believe the price of gold could hold this level, a 1780, but we have to be very careful. So I hope you are enjoying this live transmission, and if you don't have any questions, I'm going to study the markets, and I have to make a little of a rant with all that people that keep pushing for fairy tales and sci-fi stories, and the price action is not confirming what they are saying. We have to be neutral here. I want to stay quiet and watch the price action completely quiet. So I hope you are enjoying this live update. Please subscribe, hit the button below, the like if you are enjoying it, and support this channel because this is a source of independent information about precious metals. This is not something that we're going to explain or promise something that it is not real. This is always objective information from our limited knowledge. So if you don't have any more questions, I thank you for being here, and please subscribe. Thank you very much. I am doing this live transmission if there is no more questions, and we are going to keep increasing slowly the quality of this channel because we have a lot of problems. I am new with all this stuff, but I'm here to end all the financial disinfo out there, all the fanatics, all the PERMABULLS and PERMABEARs, all are going to be being stopped in this channel, and we're going to show you the truth of the charts and the confirmation of the trends before they happen, like we did in silver short squeeze, like we did in Bitcoin, like we did in gold and lumber and food. All those explanations about the different prices happen from the beginning of the channel back in November to now. Maybe you don't want to be trapped with the short-term stuff like I'm saying. I understand that, and you don't want to get trapped with all this price action. I will say you that when you see the price of silver passing through the 30 resistance, that will be very violent, back to 45 maybe. It will be very fine. And if you want to end this transmission and you want to understand what's going on, well, we have the price action, which is saying that we may see a tiny correction because we have all kind of different type assets in a hot market, and all the people is very bullish on everything. So this is a very contrarian indicator that you should be neutral or maybe bearish. So I'm now neutral with crypto because my level was hit, but there is people who know more than me that believe that the price is going to 80k this year. So I will stay quiet with crypto because my prediction got real this weekend. So I hope you are enjoying this Algomoneyfest stream. If you don't have any questions, I will end the stream, and thank you very much for being here.